feel like a milk maiden or something. Good morning. Yesterday I hiked 25 miles and 2/10 of a mile, 25.2, which is a new personal record. And yeah, nothing too interesting to report. Normal shelter. We are definitely at the end of the Nobo bubble. Other than the people I passed yesterday doing their ice cream challenge, not that many people out here anymore, which is okay. I'm up for the challenge of catching up to. I'm at a good place time-wise. If I don't have any injuries or need to take any long breaks. A freaking mosquito bite on my boob. If I don't take a 0 for the rest of the time in 77 days, I just need to hike 13 miles a day for 77 days. But if I take a 0 every week, I need to hike like 17. So not bad. I can do 17 in this. I don't know if I can do 17 in the whites, but I'm doing fine. I'm up for the challenge now that I've realized like exactly what my deal is, what my why and my thing is. It makes a lot of sense why I've made the decisions that I've made, like why I'm okay hiking alone, why I'm pretty committed to not flipping, why I've been doing a lot of the things that I've been doing. So I feel this sense of peace come over me, and I'm just putting my head down and just doing the miles. So I'm gonna hike through Boiling Springs and pick up my new shoes, and then there's like apparently a really hellacious hot road walk for like 13 miles that or not road, you're like right next to the road that you have to do for like 13 miles. So all in all, a fairly uninteresting day, but I'm gonna put some music on and think about all of the cozy candles and throw blankets I'm gonna buy when I get home in the fall. All right, heading out of Boiling Springs with my new oboes. They are the Sawtooth 2 men's, and I actually did not send my ultras back, so I'm carrying one pair of flip-flops, one pair of ultras, one pair of oboes. And when I get to Duncannon tomorrow, if everything feels good, I'm gonna send them home. Okay, back to the quiet wilderness. So I accomplished 2 very important things while I was in Boiling Springs. One is switch out my shoes. Someone in the beginning of the videos, and forgive me if I don't remember who said it, but they were like, oh, you have the wrong kind of shoes on for what you're trying to do. And I was kind of like, wrong kind of shoes? Everyone wears these shoes, you know, like I'm doing what everyone else is doing. So it has to be okay for me, which is a joke because, you know, I've had foot pain for about 3 weeks now. Not serious enough to need to do anything about it, really, except just suck it up. But these rocks in Pennsylvania, they're no joke. And if I'm serious about completing my thru hike, I need to be serious about foot pain, because as we saw with baby feet, that shit can sneak up on you, and before you know it, you're home. So I didn't want to take any risks. I dropped the money on a proper hiking shoe. So you have like your trail runners, or for light loads and simple terrain, forgiving terrain, and then there's a nice flexible sole. But hiking boots are for heavy loads or strenuous terrain, like tons of rocks, mud, swamp, that sort of thing. Well, what I have now is a hiking shoe, which is in between the two of those. So it has a sturdier sole, and I put them on, and I'm not gonna lie, they feel like a glove. I know that there's gonna be a break-in period, and what we saw with when I went from Ultra 4s to Ultra 3s, blisters out the wazoo, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I just threw away my athletic tape because it got shampoo all over it. So I'm gonna be in Duncannon tomorrow, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can locate a proper resupply and some athletic tape, because I know I'm gonna need it by that time. Maybe I'll be surprised, who knows? Maybe oboes are magical and you don't even need to wear them in, but I am fairly prone to blisters, so I'm going to plan for the worst, hope for the best. The second thing I did that I desperately needed to do, oh, my arm gets so sore. I got my trail legs, but I never got my videographer arms, my vlogging arms. I have a sleeping quilt. No, I sent that home. I sent my sleeping quilt home, and then I just had the liner, and then I froze to death and had a lot of anxiety about sleeping out here. So I knew I needed to pick up something. 27 suggested a fleece blanket from Walmart, but she didn't know how many ounces it was. So the two of those combined, I was able to measure. I was actually able to weigh them at the outfitter here, because I do have a warmer weather sleeping quilt that's down at home, but I don't know. That's 19 ounces, and I was able to weigh the liner and the fleece, and those are 15.6 ounces, so it's actually lighter to just stick with what I have. So two really important things that have been on my mind, they're taken care of, and now I can get back to hiking.